In 2015, the Muhammadu Buhari campaign as of that time was classified with a lot of propaganda. And one of the most common propagandas of that time was that he was coming to change the government from bad to good. But it was from good to bad, as the term change was not explained to Nigerians, and Nigerians never cared to ask those politicians who were selling that change to them as of that time. But then the president was said to have had less than 1,000 cows, of which they have remained at the same number since he had them, meaning that he have not taken anything from the government since he left government over 30 years ago. Now, for somebody who have not been productive for 30 years, how would you expect the person to manage the resources of over 200 million Nigerians? Fast forward to 2023. The same thing happened with Bola Ahmed Tinubu's campaign, of which he never made any form of promises that is tangible for the development of Nigeria and Nigerians. He keeps saying it is his turn to be the president of Nigeria. But in one of his famous speech during the campaign was that they will widen the tax and reduce the purchasing power of Nigerians. This can be seen massively being implemented since he resumed office on the 29th of May 2023. Now we have seen another circular from the CBN directing all banks to implement Cybersecurity Levy on every transaction, which has caused a lot of reactions from many Nigerians. But then, before we even look at what is being written in that circular, let's not forget that these politicians already have a lot of money, they already have a lot to themselves before they went into power, but they are not ready to sacrifice for 1 second for Nigerians to breathe. The only thing that they do is to make sure that they squeeze Nigeria, even though the president said you should let the people, the poor, breathe. So according to the circular by the CBN, to all commercial, merchant and non-interest and payment service bank, other financial institutions, mobile money operators and payment service providers, which is this circular include POS operators. The earlier Central Bank of Nigeria circular and later to all banks dated June 25, 2018 with reference number October 5, 2018 respectively on compliance with the Cybercrime Prohibition Provision (EPC) Act of 2015 refer the recent public engagement by the Office of the National Security Advisor on the above subject also refer following the enhancement of the Cybercrime Prohibition Provision (EPC) Amendment Act 2024 and the provision of Section 44(2)(a) of the Act, a levy of 0.5% equivalent to 0.5% of all electronic transactions valued by the business specified in the second schedule of the Act is to be remitted to the National Cybersecurity Fund, which shall be administered by the Office of the National Security Advisor. Full stop. So I wouldn't bore you with all the reading down. I think you can look at that on your screen. But the question here is this: why are they raising this fund? They are just doing that, to answer that straight away, to fund the National Security Advisor's office, because the last statement said which shall be administered by the Office of the National Security Advisor. It shall be remitted. And the National Security Advisor has been talking about the cyber security, whatsoever, cyberbullying and all of that, of which they said they're going to enact. The law which has been enacted must be practiced at all levels starting from this month of May. So the way we talk, they are going to checkmate our speeches these days. If you criticize the government too much, they say you are cyberbullying. If you talk anyhow, they will say you are cyberbullying. If you bring statistics, they will say you are cyberbullying. And this can be seen from even a journalist that was arrested for publishing facts which I wouldn't want to. So why are they always trying to squeeze the common Nigerians in order for them to run their offices? Does it really make any sense at all? In a time where Nigerians are suffering and people are looking for how to eat, but then they are busy looking for a way, to make more money for themselves, because all the remittance that have been given to the government over the years, what have they been able to achieve with them? They have not been able to achieve anything, and because of that, many Nigerians don't even care about paying tax any longer. Another circular circulating the social media is the one sent by the First Bank to our customer, stating that they have introduced processing fee on each deposit, meaning as poor as you are, no matter the amount of money that you are depositing into your account, whether you are jobless or you have job, unemployed, employed, whatever, that you have a percentage now to pay going forward. So why will the government always continue to tax, to squeeze those who have nothing? I thought the president once said, like I said earlier, that they should let the poor breathe, but they are suffocating the poor right now. What do you make of this? Let's have a take at the comment section. Does it really make any sense what the federal government is doing currently right now? Thank you for watching.